Well, at least I got a horizontal picture. After that, now I found the button that makes this horizontal instead of being a vertical portrait kind of image. But my head looks like I'm sleeping, and it's a very close-up kind of image. Anyway, I think I got it working now. Turn the volume down on this guy so I can see people arriving, comments they may make. I'm sitting in my driver's seat. I'm going to close my side door so that the people at Starbucks trying to enjoy a nice quiet coffee don't hear me yapping away. Look who's here, Mike Brown, like big surprise. Hi Mike, how are you? Every time I go in a live, or if I start a live, you're the first guy there. That's awesome. My biggest fan probably. In fact, maybe right at the present time, my only fan. It's going good. I've been busy with photo shoots and organizing the girls so much that I haven't really been able to do anything. A couple of days ago, I woke up in a town called Maple Ridge. It's 50 miles out of, well, basically 50 kilometers, I guess is a better term. And I went out there to photograph somebody, and then the next day I woke up at 5 o'clock in order to start a photo shoot at 6:30. So then I drove into Vancouver. Gee, I see a big yellow sign there. It means somebody did a what do you call it? A super chat. And probably Mike. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Thanks a lot. Anyway, I woke up in Maple Ridge at 5 o'clock in order to do a photo shoot at 6:30. And so we did that photo shoot, and I drove back into Vancouver, and I got here about noon. Then I slept. I slept all day. I was only awake for about 3 hours. Like I woke up, I slept till about 1 o'clock, woke up for an hour, laid down again and slept until 8 o'clock, and then I was only up until midnight, and then I slept for the night. So I lost a whole day, one whole complete day, other than the photo shoot in the morning. But I get up at 5 o'clock anyway, so I don't know why I was missing so much sleep. Maybe it was one of those perfect days when the temperature was nice, and like it was a good day. The temperature was nice and warm. There was a bit of breeze, so it was really comfortable to lay down, and well, I wasn't overheating, I wasn't cold. It was just perfect. A perfect day for a snooze, like an all-day nap. So Mike, you are allowed to sleep in. I know that. Hi Princess. You're I just noticed you up there, but hi there. I'm glad. There's two people on it. Well, there's two people comment. Just came and said hi, Gus, and took off. Unless if you're still here, Princess, don't take off just because I said that. What I do is see humor in almost everything in life. It doesn't matter what it is. It always seems pretty humorous. So Greg G's here. Hi, Greg. Well, that's cool that I rock it. I don't know what I rock. I'm as good one time as I once was, or I'm as good once as I once was. And if you're older, you kind of get it. Like I can run up a hill, but once. I can go for a run for a bunch of blocks, but only once. Don't ask me to do it again that same day. I won't be able to do it. Oh, hi, Princess. Yeah, I'm glad you're still here. Where are you guys all from? I know Mike's from back east in Canada, but I don't know about the rest of you. Princess, where are you? And Greg G's in here. And Greg says, yeah, I'm older, from Wisconsin. You know what I'm talking about. Some of the things we just don't want to do because we're lazy, probably, but because we don't have to do it anymore. When I was younger, I used to have jobs where I'd be pulling steel around all over the place and picking up really heavy items and moving them around or dragging them around or whatever. But if I had to do a job like that, I would be cooked in a half hour if I tried to do that now. But it's more, I mean, I could probably still do it as good as a lot of other people. Some of the people that are, I should say something. You know, I was 60 something years old, and I went to one of those labor ready places one day because I needed some money, and they would give me a job and pay me, what, I don't know, after their cut and everything, maybe I would get about $60 or $70 for the day. And I worked on a construction site, and I worked with a whole bunch of young men. But because I was just slow and steady, I ended up doing way more work than most of than the young guys. Not because I was working hard, but I was just slow, steady, not hurting myself. And, you know, I just kept going. The other guys stopped working, basically. They went into, they would get bored and go into the bathroom or whatever. But I, you know, even after, like at 63 or 4, something like that, I still ended up working on a construction site, and the guys that I worked with, also from labor ready, meaning they were probably not employable people in the first place. Most of them didn't do any work at all. They were pretty well useless. But that's, you know, I mean, it says something about the labor ready, the force, the people that labor ready might be able to supply. They would clearly be people that couldn't get a job most of the time. Anyway, so who else is here? Greg G. Viking Van Man. Skull. That's, we should be toasting, eh? That would be aquavit. Do you know, have you ever, you can tell me if you know what aquavit is. That was one of my favorite, my Scandinavian friend used to always serve that to us in shots. It's a lot like tequila, but tasted better. Just, you know, it was an interesting, so much alcohol in it so that when you poured it in my throat, you had to take a breath first, because what you wanted to do is exhale all the alcohol that was evaporating off your tongue, because you couldn't inhale after it, because the evaporation would cause you, instead of getting oxygen, you start getting alcohol, which would, you know, kind of gag you. I don't know, Viking Van Man, do you know that stuff? He says school, yeah, and oh, you see, oh yeah, today's video, if I go and complete it, will be trying to help Jasper sell his van. I'm going to make a video about a van for sale, and you know, who knows, people, it might hit a different audience than already see his videos, and it might help him. That's what we're trying to do, help each other out in this world, especially us YouTubers. You know, I don't have anything else to do today. I'll make a video about Jasper's van for sale. Maybe I'll charge him some money if he sells it, because if he sells it to one of my subscribers that don't subscribe to him, I'm going to get commission. I'm just kidding. Okay, so Viking Van Man, you might have heard of Aquavit, but you better go try it out, or you're no Viking at all. You're just sort of a, what do you call it? Pretend Viking if you haven't tried that stuff. Mr. McChevy. Oh, what does it say? Hello from Dallas. Oh, all the way down in Dallas. If I lived in Dallas this time of year through the summer, I would be moving out, because it's way too hot for me down there. Right now it's about, in Fahrenheit, it's about 75 to 80 degrees in Vancouver. So it's a nice, comfortable temperature. And if we're down near the water, it's actually dropped down to about 70 because of the wind off the ocean. So, but if I was in Dallas, I'd be like frying. Yeah, like I don't know, I might not even live this long. I might be too old to survive that heat, because they do say that older people have trouble with high temperatures. Wow, what a big long note from Tripping with Jesus. Hoping to be out in BC next summer. Fair amount in the a fair amount in the van, building it out for mobile base for scuba diving. Just debating getting a YouTube channel about it. Don't debate about a YouTube channel. Just start to do it. I use my phone. I debated, like, I'm a photographer, and I was going to do my photo shoots on YouTube 12 years ago, 10 or 12 years ago. And then, but because I'm a photographer, I try to take high quality images and edit them very, very carefully. So I've got a high standard in photography. So when I tried to think of on my computer, it was great for editing images, but to get a high quality Mac, or I need to invest like $3,000. So for video, because it doesn't video, new camera for a couple of grand. So just to produce high quality video for YouTube, I would have to spend like $5,000 to upgrade the equipment to make higher quality videos. So I just make videos with my iPhone. I edit them on the iPhone. I do everything on the iPhone because, first of all, it saves me $5,000. Secondly, it is much faster. The quality is not as good as I could possibly produce if I was uploading them from my computer, but you know, I'm getting like maybe $1 each video, maybe, except for one video that has always made me much more than that, because it's called a nude beach, and so lots of people watch it, but it's only just me visiting a beach. It's just like every other video. It just happened to get popular because of its title. So if all videos were that popular, I could buy more equipment. Or if I was generating income from other sources than just my little retirement pension plan, then I could buy different equipment. So my point is, just start making videos right now, today, or you almost never will for 10 years, because you're going to have a million excuses. It's rewarding to actually be able to produce videos, better and better and better videos, as I kind of learn how to use the tool that I have, which is really limited compared to having it on the computer that I'm used to. But it's rewarding to just make the videos. And there's no law that says your first video has to even be shared with anybody. Make a video, upload it to YouTube. Don't even have to make it public. Just upload one. Put the camera in front of your face. Say, hi, my name's George, or whatever. What was your name? Tripping with Jesus. Well, we don't know your name. Hey, Viking Van Man, thanks for the beer. I guess it's almost a beer. 2 beers are $5. So it's a half a beer. Thank you, though. It's awesome. Anyway, what I'm trying to say about anybody who wants to start YouTube, just start making stupid videos. Stupid videos. The word stupid videos. Crappy videos. Just make videos. Just make them. And eventually your crappy video will be acceptable. And then eventually your acceptable videos will start to be better videos. And then eventually your better videos can be amazing videos. And if you're generating the money on YouTube, go spend your $6,000 to $10,000 on equipment to make your videos more presentable, because then you'll be making more money. It's like investing in any other business. But you know, it doesn't make sense. I'm not going to live long enough to be creating a career. I'm 70 years old. I might live to 80, but I'm not planning to live to 80. I'm not planning to create a YouTube channel that I can continue working on when I'm 80, although I might. The point is that I'm not starting in life. I'm now ending a life. I'm actually trying to reduce the amount of work I do. So starting retirement and then creating a new job making YouTube videos wouldn't make too much sense to me. And I'm not trying to create high quality so that I can get other video making jobs or other video making gigs. I'm not looking for work. I'm simply sort of having fun with YouTube, and in the meantime it pays me a little bit of money. I sure wish it paid me more. It would be nice to, in other words, let's say the fastest I could make a video on an average would be 4 hours, like including all the shooting and everything like that. And if I spent 4 deliberate hours, I could make a video every day. If I did it on my computer, it would be 6 hours. But if I was spending 4 hours on it a day and I was paid what I'm used to getting paid, or paid as what I would get as a photographer, then I should be making $400 a video, but I'm making $4 or $10. So it doesn't make too much sense to go investing a lot of money into a hobby like this. Hey, wait a sec, somebody's outside waving at me. I'm live. I'm live. You're watching me.
I just went down to see
Come
you.
in here. Give me a hug. I can't go anywhere.
How are
They
you?
like to see me.
Hi,
with
guys.
Look at. They like to see me with beautiful girls.
Oh, I love it.
Right?
I just wanted to say hello.
Yeah.
Have a
No,
good one.
you know I photograph women, right?
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Ah.
So you often look like you.
Oh, wow.
You
Thanks,
should.
Gus.
You should go and look at it.
Because I have to run up to my boyfriend. But I just wanted to say hello.
Send me a comment. and
I
then-
will.
then we'll
Okay.
talk.
Okay. See you soon.
See ya.
Bye.
See, guys, I'm just a babe magnet. All you have to do is put Gus and a bus on the side of your bus, and hot chicks, hot girls, like stick their face in the bus. I don't know. I think my life is charmed. It's pretty weird, and that's only happening because she saw the sign, I guess, and maybe looked me up and saw me live, and then went out there and started to smile. So see how much fun being an old guy in a bus is? Well, I took my glasses off. I'm embarrassed, actually. Let me see. Oh, Connie Eagle. Hello, how are you doing? I'm doing good. And it said that message was held for some reason, or some messages. Oh, that I see what message it is. Tripping with Jesse says that's great advice. Shit or get off the pot. Well, why should they be holding that just because it says shit? That's crazy. Hey, hi Annette, thanks a lot. You finally found me live, eh? And I'm fooling around with some girl off the street. Don't you guys have any comments about me and these and the silliness that happens in my life? I find it pretty crazy. So Princess, oh, I look great, Gus. Yeah, I'm 70. I'm not what do you call it, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I don't, like, honestly, that's the interesting thing about this age. I don't know that I'm going to live 5 more days. I could live another 10 years though. So I'm not, I really don't want to invest in things that are super long term, or commit to things that are super long term, because I mean I can't even promise that I can, you know what I mean? If you make a commitment, you expect, like, you go and you get a job and you tell the boss you're going to work for at least 2 years. Well, you should be able to make that commitment. You know, if somebody employed me now, like I went to work at Walmart or something as a greeter, I could work 5 days and die. Like, I don't understand why they would hire old guys like me, because it means they got to keep hiring new people all the time, because we eventually die off. I mean, I hope I'm not talking about a bad subject for people, but I'm just trying to explain. My life's definitely not over. I still have hot girls popping in my bus, but I still have a fun life. But I don't know how long that could last. I could fall down, break a leg, and not be mobile anymore. So I don't make any plans that way. Jesse. Tripping with Jesse says, Jesse, haha, not Jesus. And Annette gave me some super chat. Viking Van Man, a super chat. Princess, you look great. Princess, 70 years young. Young, yeah. And Robert the Traveler says, hello all. Hi, Robert. I don't know that I can remember seeing you, but I'm never sure. I've got a bad memory with names, especially like YouTube names, because they're like wonky. They're not, like Mike Brown is Mike Brown, unless he's actually Mike Smith, but he calls himself Brown. But at least it's sort of a, what do you call it, a natural name. Princess is kind of cool, because that's like what I might call my daughter, or somebody that's close to me. But other names are not necessarily that easy to remember. Who else we got? Mike Brown sent you PayPal. Oh, did you, Mike? Awesome. I'm trying to unload those stickers. I got a million of them. I'm sticking them on poles and everything like that. People aren't buying them very fast, so I really need to sell those stickers or unload them, because they're, how would I put it? It's a process that, eventually, if I do it again, instead of buying them, I will be putting them out on, what do you call it, like Teespring or something like that, so that I'm not involved in mailing them and stuff, and I might be able to sell them a little cheaper, because I'm not making any sort of special runs to different locations and buying envelopes and all that crap. So eventually they'll be on Teespring, maybe with some other, my friends tell me I should put my face on a t-shirt, for Christ's sake. I don't know. Or maybe buy a black t-shirt and only put the white part on. Do you know what I mean? So only the white hair and the white beard and stuff, with a couple of white eyes on a black t-shirt, so people could tell it was me, but like be a cartoonish type of thing. Anyway, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what to put on merchandise, except I'm sort of, what do you call it? Passionate about the sleep-free concept. I really would like to see not only van dwellers, RVers, and everybody else who, even the homeless people, all under one banner with something like sleep-free or sleep freedom, because the world doesn't, the cities don't want us to sleep for free. They want us to pay a landlord, because the landlords give the money to the politicians, the mayors and stuff, to help get them elected. So once they're elected, they do the bidding of the landlord. The only reason we can't, hundreds of thousands of people aren't sleeping in vans, because they think it's frowned on by the city, or the city makes it hard. And yet the city is making sure we pay a landlord. They're making sure we pay a landlord because the landlords help get them elected. If people in vans, or people who want to live in vans or in RVs or in any other alternative lifestyle, like a trailer, if they want to live in something that is an alternative to a house, they should all be getting together in order to, change some of these rules and stuff. Because it's just not making any sense. Everybody's paying like now anyway. It's not bad if you can pay maybe a third of your income and have a livable space, but there's no such place in Vancouver where I can live with a third of my income. Even 500 miles from the city, I think it would be much more expensive than a third of my income. Anyway, enough of that rattling off. I think I should make t-shirts with sleep freedom, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how. I don't think it'll even be what do you call it? I would have to get very large to have a merchandise, or to be selling merchandise like that. If anybody's got any ideas, I'd love to see you put it in a comment sometime about what you might like. I don't think Gus in a bus on a t-shirt would be very popular at all. So haven't made it yet. Thanks, Gus, for the bus is cool also. Oh, today I met about, honestly, I put that sign on the side of my bus, and everybody talks about being stealth. And since I put the sign on the side of my bus, today I met a couple of people that bought a bus down at the beach. I met another person who is thinking about buying a bus. I have the gee, I forgot his first name. The bread trucker is in Vancouver. Has a, or at least somebody had taken a video of passing by my bus, so he posted that on Facebook. So there, you know, people, and then this girl came and talked to me, and she's watching me live. People just sort of somehow, because my door's open and the name sounds kind of fun. Oh, I've lost me. But oh, that was a message to say that I was losing power. Anyway, what I'm saying is that having the sign on the side of my bus has added a whole bunch of great stuff to my life. People come and talk to me much more often, and they talked to me a lot before. So what do we got? Annette, would your sticker be expensive to send to Atlanta? No, if you want my sticker, you send $10 and you send it to PayPal, and the PayPal address is in my, what do you call it? In my description. Every or at least certainly any video. It might not be on this one. It will be in all the other ones. This is sort of an automatic description, and I don't know what I put in it. But all you have to do is see an email in there, gus@proshotphoto.com, and you send me $10 to PayPal, and then I send those things. I send the stickers out. I put the price so that I could send it anywhere in the world. Because you know what would happen if I put the price low and I couldn't send it to India? I would have to send 50 to India and just lose my shirt. So the price is enough for me to send it anywhere. I think from here the postage is less than $2 to Atlanta. $2 Canadian. The traveling art guy's in here. He says, Mike, you have to do a channel as Camo Dave about Canadian van lifer. Yeah, Mike, do a Canadian van lifer channel, but not like Camo Dave. Because Camo Dave picks like 10 favorites, 10 people that he likes, and talks about them every day. And he watches the most boring, bloody van lifers. And he doesn't watch me because I'm too boring. I'm even boring, more boring than those other people. I shouldn't say that. What actually happens is that I'm not creating drama. I'm not burning the back of my bus. I'm not fighting with some other YouTubers. You know, I'm not making drama. I don't create drama. I was talking to somebody about that today. You know, if there was a fire, I'd put the fire out before I pick up my camera to take a picture of it. And then the fire would be out, and then my video would be, oh, I had an exciting day, I had a garbage fire, and I put it out. And then I would talk to you about the pretty beach I'm at. So I'm the opposite of a drama creator. I'm actually sort of minimize any drama that exists in my life because I don't know how to make it dramatic. You know, I don't know how to explain it. It's in fact, I would feel really weird if I was going, fire, fire, when all I had to do was like throw some water on it. Anyway, I think you guys understand. But everybody would watch it if my thumbnail went, fire, fire. and I could do that. All I'd have to do is light some incense in the back. And then I could take a picture of the smoke and then talk about how, oh, I thought it was a fire, but it was just my incense burning. Anyway, I'm sort of laughing. I'm laughing at anyway, that's the guy. Those are the people that Camo Dave keeps, what do you call it? He keeps following those people that turn every tiny little thing. Somebody farted and it becomes like a catastrophe, because the person doing the van life video farted and then says, oh, I don't know what it was, I smelled like gas in there, so I thought it was going to explode, so I pulled it over to the side of the road and I've been waiting to air it out. Anyway, I could make drama, but it would have to be comedy drama. Anyway, I'm going to read Somebody else's comment was Mike. Mike Brown says, oh, put my email address in the comment. Thank you, Mike. But do you realize that when you put my email in there, YouTube wanted to stop it? God, crazy. Get that weird Van City Van Life guy to help you with merch. Well, he actually helped me with his, what do you call it? His graphic designer made these, made the stickers and stuff for me. So he helps me. Chrome helps me with anything. I help him with anything. We're good buddies. We're, how would I put it? Strange bedfellows, maybe. We don't spend any time in bed, but it's, you know, I spend my time with Jasper. He's down there and we chat. We have a lot in common, even though Jasper and I are 2 generations apart, and Chrome is about the same age as my sons, a little older than my sons are. So we're, you know, it's like I'm granddad and father and granddad in a way to those guys, but not really. They don't look at me as like really old guy. I don't look at, because we all have a young heart. I guess that's we really all have a young heart. And so we are, and we laugh at the same things, and you know, we've got some of the similar goals with YouTube. So we have a lot in common, even though we're, you know, a huge difference in age. Anyway, Princess, thanks Gus for the bus. It's cool. Okay, now I got nowhere to start. Mike is talking about direction. The traveler guy, art guy says, Mike, Canadian van. Oh yeah, Mike should start a Canadian van life channel. It's hard right now since working full time, says Mike. Oh, Mike, I'm sorry you have to work full time. We all do it, or did it, or whatever. But my condolences, Mike. Anyway, the traveling art guy says, Mike Brown, you are the guy to do that. Trust me, you will have a real hit. Well, actually, he's true. That's right. I don't. It's saying low battery, so I'm on low battery mode now. We'll see what that means. Which means that I got to cut this short pretty soon. Heat Seeker Bus, hi from Ontario. I see your videos all the time. Start to watch some now and then. I don't get a chance to watch very many. It's sort of frustrating, but I'm subscribed and I get notifications and do what I can to watch. Robert the Traveler says, I'm the most boring. Well, you know, there are people who are way more boring. This is me sitting in my driver's seat. There are people who have, who just take, in other words, they've got a camera set up like this and then they turn it towards the road or turn it on themselves and drive around and talk. Just talk about, I don't know, I had to do a quilt today, or gee, you know, I wish Sally, my friend Sally, who I don't know and I don't give a crap about. I mean, I shouldn't say I don't give a crap about her, but she's talking about her friend Sally. Her friend Sally had to make some pancakes today and didn't have any milk, so I'm going to go and deliver some milk to Sally. Now that's boring. But that person has probably 50 times more followers than I do. So I don't know where it is. I'm not exciting enough or I'm not boring enough. I'm somewhere in the middle that no one gives a crap about. Who knows? Who cares? Robert, Robert said he's the most boring. Gus is the non-drama king. Well, that's exactly the truth, you know. All my life, when there's drama around me, I'm the guy that kind of settles it all down. You know, helps people settle down and relax. And like really, I could throw a piece of paper out there that was lit, and build my own fire right there on there, and I could jump out and pretend that I put it out and make this really dramatic. But even if there was a piece of, you know, garbage can on fire, I would go put it out. But I wouldn't pick up my cell phone to go take a picture of it and then go, oh, what am I going to do? I'd get, do you understand what I mean? I would just go solve it because it needed to be put out. And then I might be able to make a video about there was a fire and I put it out. Well, that's super boring. Do you understand my dilemma? I solved the problem, then I would think about the camera. Anyway, so Heat Seeker Bus. Hi, Mike. Yeah, and you're ready for Chrome's meetup? Oh, Mike Brown and Bus. Oh, Bus. You guys are talking about Chrome's meetup. Yeah, that's cool. I'd be going there too if I could afford to get to Ontario. 4 more years, then turning 60, maybe quitting work. Well, Mike, I got to tell, and anybody else close to retirement, if you need to work at your job in order to create a much larger retirement package, it might make sense. But I've discovered that how would I put it? Every pensioner will receive or get supplemented to $1,700 a month. If you work the last, let's say you retired right now and you were only entitled to $1,200 a month. But if you work your job for 5 years, you would be entitled to $1,700 a month. What I'm trying to get at is that working that last bunch of years, the last 5 years, might not make you any more money when you retire. So if you could take your nest egg and retire a few years early, you might be just as well off. That's really what I'm trying to say. So you should actually do some research about what your Canada pension plan will pay you, or if you're in the States, whatever your pension plan is down there, because it's really true. I could have intentionally retired, how would I put it? If I had my old life where I had more income, like I had a job, etc., a regular job, I could have saved for 3 years. 3 of the last 5 years, I could have saved some money so that I could retire 2 or 3 years early. That's all I'm saying. And it wouldn't have made any difference. So, because my pension and my, like everybody I know that's in Canada on a pension gets $1,700, and no one makes $1,800 unless they have something special going on. And if you do make more than that, you got to pay tax anyway. So once you pay tax, you'll bring you back down. So you have to have a huge nest egg, a huge pile of money, like $1 million, to live a better lifestyle than I have. And what I mean by better means that you could afford to park in a what do you call it? A motorhome park, or those places like parks where they charge $30 a night. $30 a night is $900 a year. In order to have, if you made $900 a year, or $900 a month, which is $10,000 a year, and if you made that on top of the $1,700, so you made an extra $10,000, you would have to actually have earned $15,000 to have that $10,000, so you could park in a motorhome park. And that's how much of an improvement you would have. Not much. So we sometimes have to consider different ways. Before we retire, we might consider or find out what the situation is, because it may be beneficial to retire early. And it's almost never beneficial in Canada anyway to retire later. So we're going to have to go. That's Canada, US is way different. Could be just $800 a month in Social Security. Well, $1,700 in Canada is $1,200 American. So $800 American is, a lot of people in the States could be living on that. I don't know where they're going to rent stuff though, like it's still the same. If they had $800 American dollars, they could live in a van, but they wouldn't be able to travel very far. That's all that would really matter. In other words, they could, find a way to buy a van, even if they found an $800 one, I don't know what it would be, and drive it to a place that's inexpensive to live, like buying food and not pay for parking, they would be able to do better than trying to rent a place almost all the time, unless they can find a $200 rental unit somewhere. Does anybody know where there's a $200 a month place you can live? See, that's what I mean. Insurance is about $100 for me, and gas, I could live on $100 worth of fuel. So I could make my bus only cost me $200. American, certainly. That would be easy in America. Anyway, I've got to go, guys, because that phone kept saying that it's running out of power, and it's on this emergency power saving mode, so it's going to just shut off at some time. You can see how I get blown all over the place with chat, like all over the place. My head is just nuts. Somebody told me I got attention deficit disorder. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. But if I do, it's making my life wonderful. Anyway, I'm going to, there's another guy and his girlfriend looking over here, so I just waved at them. They're looking because my name's on the bus, and they probably know that I'm doing a live here too. Anyway, so I'm live, and I got a crowd out there. Soon, one day, I'm going to have a whole crowd out there, and I'm going to get them to clap. Good night, guys. That's it for my Monday live. I hope it was fun. If you're a new person, please subscribe. But everybody should like the button just because I tried. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I'll even get a video up today. Like I said, it'll be about Jasper selling his van. And that's about it.